Howdy, folks. All right, there we go. You should be able to hear me now. It is Tuesday. That means we're going to do a little Tac-O-Bout Gear live stream. And I have some pedals right here in front of me. You can kind of see. Get this microphone in place. And it just wants to spin. There we go. Alright, so I haven't done this in a very long time, but as in like using power supplies and patch cables and whatever else, right? So I'm also on the verge of possibly putting together a MIDI controlled pedal board through jet pedals. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to work with Junior over there to get some products in my hands. I'll pay for them, obviously, and then put together a cool MIDI controlled pedal board, because Jet Pedals also has MIDI controlled pedals, as well as other companies like Chase Bliss and whatever else. So I've been in digital modeling world for a very long time, for at least 7 years now, 7 or 8 years. Because I think I got the head rush probably 2018, something like that. And it's 2025 now. So yeah, 7 or 8 years, something like that. So what we're going to do is I have a notaklön and a notadümblë right here. And we're just going to hook them up and see what kind of sounds we got. I have a Fender. Let's see here. Turn all these effects off. I have a Fender Twin just called up here on the Toemaster Pro, and we're just going to run the pedals into the front end of that and just keep it real simple. And here we go. So let me actually do something here. Here's the MX5. I'm going to add in another view. Wow, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Yeah, something like that. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Just a little bit of me in the corner. We got the pedals on top. All right, cool. So for anybody out there who does not know how to hook up pedals, you typically take your guitar cable, cable from your guitar, and you plug those into the input of your first pedal, which you see I have here. Okay, so there's the input of the pedal. These pedals do not have battery or 9-volt components, so you have to power them with a separate power supply. Whatever that looks like for you. And then you take, so from the first pedal, you take a little patch cable, as you can see right here. Take a little patch cable. This one's from Custom Shop Fender. This is the really good. This is the really good kind of patch cables because they're custom shop. I'm joking, obviously. And then you just go from one to the next. So output of one into the input of the next one. And this could happen multiple times for as many pedals as you have, right? It's called just, series. It's called a series of a lineup. So you just go out of one to the next, out of that one to the next, out of that to the next. And then you take some kind of power supply. I'm actually using a Boss MS3 power supply here. And see now we got a red LED, which is cool. And then we'll power on the notadümblë. So that turns on that LED, and then this switch changes the channel over here. Okay, so I've actually bought the notaklön last year when it was first released. And then, let me move this mic over a little bit. And then it was still in the box until literally last week because I just never got around to putting it together, which is, you know, it is what it is. And then when the notadümblë came out, I was like, all right, this is a good opportunity to kind of start collecting some cool pedals. I can, you know, put these together with my kids because they are solderless kits. You just literally break you know, break apart the boards, and you put them in there, attach the knobs, you know, tighten down the switch, all the stuff, and you know, it's just easy to use. So let me see where my cable is here. All right, so I'm all hooked up, and I'm gonna use this cable. Burp, 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 burp. All right, let's turn up the Toolmaster Pro a little bit. We are moving pedals around. All right. So what we have, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on my Brio here. Something like that. Cool. All right. So Fender Twin cleanish contone here. This is a Kiesel guitar. This is the Kiesel Delos model. But I did switch the neck on these. And I'm not sure why my my screen view here is a little lagging, but it is what it is. So I'll swap the neck out. It still has marked singles in here. And yeah, it looks good. Alright, so no effects at all on the Toolmaster Pro. It's just an amp. And now we're going to... let's start off with the notaklön. So gain all the way down. And let's turn this on. We have a switch here. So a little noisy. Interesting. Alright, so you can see here on the knob that I'm about 9 o'clock, just a little bit above 9, and it's pretty hot. As you start turning up the gain, you obviously get more, you know, more overdrive. Yeah, that sounds really good. So here's with it bypassed again. Let me know if everything is too loud or if it's good for you guys. It sounds good in my ears, but all right. That was gain at 12 o'clock. Here it is at about 2 or so. And all the way up. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the plus and minus switch just adds more gain to the overall sound. If you're watching, let me know who you are, where you're from, and do you have any JHS pedals, not just notaklöns or nota whatevers, but you know, what kind of pedals do you have, and what kind of board do you put them on? I did see a mono small rail board that looked really nice that I may end up trying out. Because I like the probably the spacing, and also the case is really nice. It has a wider base, so when you set it down on the ground, it doesn't just fall over, which I thought was really smart. So it's little things like that that makes your life easy when you're working with pedals and whatnot. Alright, let's turn the delay back off. Okay, once again, just want to make sure I'm not blowing you guys out over here. Alright, here's the notadümblë. So we have a clean channel and we have an overdrive channel. Now, through the infinite wisdom of Josh, he deemed it not worthy to actually have a foot switch to change between the two channels. He was like, well, we'll give you a channel switch there that you have to like bend over and change yourself. Or you can just buy two pedals and then leave one set to clean and one set to overdrive. But that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If you're going to have two different options on a pedal, I kind of prefer if you allow us to switch between the two. So, but whatever. All right, so here's with it on. And we're going to find the normal sound, or normalized. Alright, so this circuit here, I don't remember what it's called, But essentially, it's like a impedance changer, to where if you have a really bright guitar, you can crank it up to 10 and darken it, or if you have a really dark guitar, you can, bring it the other way, right? So this would be bright because I have single coils, but then if I start bringing it down, kind of just gives it a little bit of life there. So yeah, I mean, maybe you do want 2 of those because maybe you really like the sound of that clean channel, and it does something to the signal that you just prefer, and you might just want to leave it on all the time, because why not? This sound is pretty good, but I would say this one's a little bit cleaner, but also has a fullness on the low end that sounds nice as well. So okay, if I kick in the notaklön over here, okay, that sounds good. Let's go over to the overdrive sound now. We're going to turn the volume up about here, turn the drive up, turn the EQ about 12 o'clock-ish. Bring the drive down. Okay, let's try this. Alright, so that was with the output of the clean channel up all the way. Here's more of the dirt channel. Alright, so at this point, I'm basically cranking the volume all the way up, which is really pushing more signal to the front end of the, of the Fender Twin over here. Here's the volume and drive all the way up. Yeah, I mean, it sounds good. It sounds really good. I'm now going to kind of go back and forth between dirt pedals on the TMP versus the Dumble and the Klon here. Just kind of get a gauge of you know, how much difference is there really between like digital gain versus like pedals, and I don't know. There's a whole Facebook group out there that just cries and moans all day about like, oh, I have to have digital, or I have to have analog drives, otherwise I can't live. It's like, ah, well, I mean, you do you, boo, you know. But to me, I mean, it's just about convenience, and I mean, you can pretty much make any of these pedals sound like anything else, you know, in my opinion, anyway. So here we go. Here's the Enchanter on the Toadmaster Pro. Actually, let me do this. I'm gonna pull up a silver face Klon on the Toadmaster Pro, and then compare it to this notaklön here. That'll be a good idea, Nathan. So this is called the Mythic Drive, and it's, you know, obviously it's a Klon style pedal. All right, so this one, that was the silver nautical or the silver clone. This is the gold one from the Toolmaster Pro. I'm trying to get these knobs about the same, but obviously they're going to be a little different no matter what I do. So. Alright, so far the notaklön has definitely a lot more high end that I can roll off with the treble knob. The clones on the Toolmaster Pro are the treble's still at 2 o'clock right now, and it's a little bit darker. Let's just crank it up all the way. Alright, so to my ears, and by the way, I have a whole entire playlist, like years worth of anatomy of tone, videos of me just like comparing and contrasting pedals versus digital, pedals against other pedals. So I'll be sure to leave a link in the description to that playlist so you can go back and just watch all my stupid videos about me comparing this versus that and whatever else, if that's something that is interesting to you. I got a few viewers here. Let me know who you are and where you're from, and do you own any JHS pedals and all that stuff. Alright, let's do the same thing here. I'm not really sure what a dumble would be compared to drive wise, especially in the Toolmaster Pro, but sounds pretty close. Derek has a good experience here. I bought the Enigmatic 82 2 months ago. It was the Dumble remake by UA. I haven't spent a ton of time with it, but where it really shines is with the neck pickup right at the edge of breakup. Cool, man. Yeah, that's the thing is, I mean, there's so many pedals on the market, and you can make them all sound really close. I mean, one drive is not going to blow your mind versus another one. I mean, I think. I've done enough knob tweaking over the years that if I get the gain right and then I kind of get the tone in the ballpark, I mean, once you play with a full band, I mean, it's just not going to matter a whole lot. So yeah, I mean, use the enigmatic, put some pedals in front of it, put some pedals after it, and you got yourself a cool little board, you know. I'm going to take a swig of this apple juice here real fast. It's not even open. Alright, excuse me, I was getting thirsty there. Getting thirsty, man. Here is another pedal. Alright, that was one of the higher gain pedals on the Toadmaster Pro. I just happen to have, right here, a Mega Distortion. I haven't played this thing in a little bit. So let's actually do that. Let's do that. Plugging it in. Back in my old days, this is what I used to do, guys. I was a pedal fiend. I was a fiend. Alright, let's dial this one in and see what we got. Dwight Bailey, what's up, man? Alright, so what we have here is we have level, we have tone and bottom. I'm going to bring the bottom up. Gain boost. I'm going to put the gain boost all the way down. Yeah, so we got a dual concentric kind of knob here. I'll bring the distortion down a little bit. Let's try that. Alright, Derek wants to hear. He has a request. So these are true single coil pickups here. They're called Marks singles, and so you know if you like vintage style pickups, then there you go. That's what you got. Okay. Let's go back to the notadümblë here. It's not a dumble till you build it. Alright, so just keep in mind the drive is already on 2. So, I mean, it is what it is. Alright, so with the drive all the way down to 0, I have to crank the volume all the way up to 10 just to get any volume out of it. So you have to give it a little bit of the juice on the drive to make it make sense. Yeah, that's just the way it is right now. You gotta crank the volume all the way up to 10 with the drive like on 1 just to get any kind of volume out of it. I'm gonna go bring up one of my backing tracks. This video is sponsored by Doctor McFarland backing tracks on my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com. Let me log in here. Actually, let me go to the back end of my website so I can log in. This is a one-time $20 purchase if you decide to get some backing tracks. And there's 52 of them. And this is going to take a second. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Yeah. Doctors prescribed backing tracks. And we have a airplane flying over. Toward the end, there's a blues groove. Let's try this blues groove here. Turn down the volume. Drive a little bit more up on the dumble. Plane channel. clean with the volume and the input all the way up. Back to overdrive. Yes, sir. Alright, cool. So what's cool about all these backing tracks is they are 10 minutes long. So if you have just 10 minutes to practice, you can go pick one and, you know, here's like a jazzy groove in C major. I don't even know what, I can't remember what this one is, but I'm sure it's great. Oh, yeah. So, all kinds of fun things in there. The completely clean was a little tame, but just a little overdrive sounded excellent. I thought BB was in the house. That's right, BB was in the house. He's in the house. So yeah, drive around 1 with the volume all the way up. You know, it's just, it is what it's going to be. Now, if I go over to the clean channel and crank the volume all the way up, the output, I gotta get to about 4 to make the volume about even. And then if I change the impedance all the way over or down to 0, it's just really bright. So yeah, I mean, I like the clean, basically all the way up to 10. I just changed keys. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see what other kind of backing tracks I got. I like this one. This is called Ride the Wave, based on Russell Dickerson groove. Pretty cool stuff. drive channel. I'm in the wrong key or something. Oh, I'm in C, no wonder. Maybe I'm in the key of F. No, I'm in C. Definitely in C. Crank it. Mega distortion. Hey now. Cranking up that treble. clearly the notadümblë has a little bit more mid-range going on than the mega distortion. Clearly it does. This is with the bass. There's a tone knob. There's a tone, and then there's a bottom. Let's see what I can. Sorry, a little tappy tap tappy there. Tappy tap. Yeah. Okay. Well, it was what it was. You can download the tracks, or you can purchase the tracks and play along with yourself. You know, wherever you're at, if you want to. See, in my ears, it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good in my ears. I can turn these up here. Yeah. And then we even have yeah, so I've come to the conclusion that whether you're getting gain from your digital maulers, you got from pedals, I mean, they all sound really good. I can get comparable tones. All right, guys. I got some more teaching to do tonight. This will be my station when I get back after the kids go to bed. I got some other gear I need to review and then send back to Zounds. They do graciously loan me stuff so I can make videos, and then I can just send it back. There are a few things I can purchase if I want to. That's how I got my Headrush Prime. I got a good deal on that through Zounds. And then I can be making videos with that thing. And I got a Boss GT1000 back here. I got a Boss GX100. I need to make some videos on before I send those back. They're all just tools, man. Just tools to use when you're trying to make music. That's all it is. That's all they are. The mega distortions sounded good with the lead stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they all just... It is what it is, you know? I did have a Wampler. What did I have? It was a Wampler Pantheon Dual Deluxe. I had on reverb for at least a year, maybe over a year. Finally, somebody bought it. I'm like, just get this out of my life. I don't even want it anymore. So I sold that pedal off, and I mean, I currently have tons of digital modeling stuff to play with. I got the Toolmaster Pro right here in my my slide out tray in a rack. I got Headrush. I have the Helix, HX Effects, and the full Helix floor. I have the Quilter amps here. I have a bass block V108, which sounds really good for bass, obviously. And then the US and the UK combo amps, which sound amazing in stereo because one has more of a greenback style speaker and the other has more of a Jensen style speaker. So a little octave pedal here in the Toolmaster Pro. Yeah, sounds good. I love the swell delay options. Ever since the Line 6 DL4, like back 20 years ago, I just always loved that auto volume echo preset on there, or that sound. And ever since then, I had to have some kind of auto volume echo swell delay thingy going on on my board, in my digital modelers. The Headrush has a good swell pedal, or has a good swell sound. It doesn't have a swell plus delay though. I like it when you combine them all together in one pedal. Not saying that you can't stack multiple delays and reverbs after a swell, which you can. But there's just something about like having the delay and the swell like in the same pedal and having them work together. They just sound really good. So. I guess there's probably not a whole lot of difference. Whether you have just a pure swell type effect and then you add a delay reverb after it, should be about the same, I guess. This is a cloud and a celestial type reverb. Alright guys, I gotta go. I'm going to go smack down some cereal real fast and then hit the road for my lesson tonight. Thanks for everyone for hanging out. The pedals are really cool. The notadümblë, the notaklön. I mean, honestly, at this point, I could take them or leave them. I mean, they're cool pedals. They're fun to build, but I mean, to me, I'm just not a big pedal guy anymore. And I mean, they look really neat and they do sound good. I mean, I could probably put these two pedals on a board along with I probably need to buy the Nux, the New X Atlantic, which is a delay and reverb pedal in one pedal. So that would give me these two pedals and a reverb and delay, and slap that on a really small board. And that's just be a fun little throw and go kind of thing if I want to do some stuff. Though I still like having at least a tremolo option in there. So who was it? Was it Mosky that had a good tremolo, or a cheap tremolo? They had a lot of overdrive, so I didn't see any tremolo options in there. Anyway, just something like really cheap, like one of those little nano like Mooer, or just those cheap Amazon pedals. I mean, just any kind of tremolo will do for me. It didn't have to be special. And yeah, yeah, just throw that kind of stuff on a board and be like, here, give it to a guitar player that might come into the studio. It's like, here's some pedals for you to play through. Just have fun. And, you know, I got plenty of amps in here you can play through and just jam along. So, anyway, headrush swell with the again delay is magic. Yeah, that again delay sounds really good. I'm going to do some more headrush videos here pretty soon. I just got some other things to deal with, okay? So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.